Hello, my name is Rashi Trehan, a graduating student of MA Dance Movement Psychotherapy at University of Roehampton, London. I am the author of this MA thesis project with the title Embodied Cultural Adaptation for International Dance Movement Psychotherapy Students, a Phenomenological Study. I will now be taking you through this poster which presents this research study. For the purpose of ease, I will be using DMP as an abbreviation of dance movement psychotherapy in this walkthrough narration. This project is a qualitative phenomenological investigation that focuses to understand how the body and the culture are related and how DMP can support the embodied exploration of emotions towards cultural transition, ultimately facilitating the process of cultural adaptation. The project is driven by my personal journey of cultural transition as an international DMP trainee in UK and how embodiment of emotions has supported in the process of my cultural adaptation. A brief summary of this project can be found in the abstract presented in the poster. Moving on to the method section, for the purpose of this study, 3 participants, including 2 international DMP trainees and a recent graduate, were interviewed individually on an online platform. The participants were also invited to express and share their movement and artistic responses during the interview process. The data produced from the interviews were analyzed systematically using thematic analysis. The definitions and the labels of 3 themes obtained from thematically analyzing the produced data are presented in the themes and illustrations section. Moving on to findings and recommendation section, where you can see the results of this study. This investigation took me to a journey of not just the participants of this study, but also within myself. On this journey, I was able to find answers and witness the shock, the impact, the management, and the adaptation achieved by the participants and myself, as reflected in this poster. There was a clear beginning, a middle, and an end of a journey towards the embodied cultural adaptation by international DMP trainees in UK. The participants presented a detailed link between their personal experience and the socio-political impact of stepping in a different, unrecognized, and unfamiliar environment that led them feel insecure in the process of relocation, which also had an impact on their mental and somatic health, which signifies the dynamic relationship between the body and the culture. They also shared their experiences of forming a protective cocoon to mitigate the perceived danger and modified their behavior, conduct, and actions in order to navigate through the cultural transition. This quite demonstrates that our embodiments are shaped by our experiences in the world. Further, participants verbalized their use of body as a resource and the creative use of movement on the training that helped them to bring their attention to here and now and to the demands of the surrounding environment in order to foster resilience and find alternatives to facilitate the cultural adaptation. This research paper essentially illustrates how participants confronted the difficult emotions related to transition by attuning with their bodies in a laboratory space of DMP training. It also illustrates that participants established trust and self-belief that yielded a sense of belongingness and unexpected connections in a new culture, demonstrating their use of body as a resource and DMP as an embodied approach as more suitable and effective ways to facilitate the process of cultural adaptation. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed my poster.